Nora's of the opinion your mother's actions are unforgivable.
And you?
To be honest, Polly, it just reminds me of your mum going away when you were a kid. And even before that. I didn't bother to look for her back in the day. Knew she'd be back when she was ready. But this time, felt different. Made me nervous. When you were a kid, your mum always disappeared for a reason, and she'd always be back. With help or money or something useful.
I remember.
Nora was too young to remember. She doesn't understand it. So she's upset. Can't blame her. And your mum doesn't like feeling vulnerable. So they both hold up in their rooms for now. What about you? How are you holding up?
I guess you summed it all up. Am I mad? Yes. Am I surprised? Nope. We can't avoid her forever.
You go. I'm not sure how I'd react to her right now.
That's fair.
I don't want to say anything I'll regret. I have all these questions, but I don't know if I really want the answers.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I'm going to try and talk to her.
Good luck.
What is it, Polyhymnia? I'm sure you have so many questions. So many old wounds you'd like to reopen. I will tell the truth. My truth. Although, there are certain things I'd like to keep to myself.
For example, chaos?
Ah, so they told you. Not exactly surprising, but inconvenient. My love for chaos is indeed a forbidden topic. It's too fresh, too strong to put into words. You may be Reveries' new oracle, but you're still my daughter. I suppose they told you about Gloria's little dalliance with Monoconzern, too.
How did you...
No? Well, that started before I was cast out. Back then it was a minor issue, but now it is everything. Nora and I have a lot in common. Much more than I thought. She'll understand. She'll surprise you too. I'm sorry to have scared all of you. Call it abandonment if you must, but I did not intend to come back. Do you really think I went to MKHQ on a whim? I left to stop them. I wanted to use their technology to return to Reverie for good. And to break the connection they fostered with Glory.
Did you find any leads?
I did not have enough time. I need not remind you of the interruption. But I'm quite certain of MK's involvement. Their courtship of Reverie must end. The partnership with Glory has already given too much power to Monoconzern. Yes, they managed to reach out to Glory, thanks to a substance and some people. Part of Atina's population has always been able to see the future. It was a gift from the aspirations to our island. This ability is enhanced by a substance called egregor. MK found out. They modified egregor to make it even more potent. And they started conducting tests on people to see if they would respond to it. These subjects, the prescients, became vessels. They could speak Glory's words to MK. This has been going on for a few years, and as a result, MK's power has grown. How do you stop a company that receives help from a god? You can't. Do not underestimate the amount of data MK has on the residents of Athena. It would follow that they use this data to select targets and appeal to them accordingly.
I hope they'll leave her alone.
I knew that MK had begun to communicate with Glory, but it would be some time before I understood how. Athena's prescients are usually unable to communicate directly with aspirations. They can only do so because of MK's modified egregor. And, for quite a while, I had no idea such a substance existed.
This new egregor, what does modified mean here?
In all honesty, I still don't know. It's more potent, that's for sure. Concentrated. It appears to have had an effect on Glory. She was never one for solitude, but now she's locked herself away in that pyramid of hers.
Or something's trapped her there.
When I met Jade, she mentioned medical tests, MK and egregor, and I could guess what they'd been up to. But that's the extent of my knowledge. I have been trying to return to Reverie for the past 20 years. I knew that it was in danger, that it needed me, and now that I could communicate with it again. I cooperated with MK, hoping to find a way to return to Reverie and to free Glory from their grasp. I know how it sounds. I can hear myself, and I'm not proud. After several weeks, I realized how wrong I was. The prescience, the modified egregor, was doing something to them. So I decided to escape to Reverie. From there, I thought I could... so close to success when you interrupted.
Let's just move on.
By all means. Apologize to all of you. I'm sorry, Polyhymnia. Yes, I was being selfish, and the plan was absurd, but it almost worked. And if it had, this whole island would be rid of MK by now. You would all have been better off. For me, it was a one-way ticket to reverie. But what is one life when you're acting for the benefit of thousands? Now, we have other matters to discuss. You're probably the only one who can understand exactly what happened, who I can tell the whole truth.
Does your disappearance have anything to do with Reverie?
Of course. I had a great deal of unfinished business there. And I loved being the Oracle. I loved it as much as I loved being a poet. I'm glad someone can understand now. Regrets were for other people. I moved by instinct. Things never end well for humans playing God, and they did not end well for me. Chaos deserved better. They deserved a chance to become the heart, and I let my emotions cloud my judgment. We did everything we could to be together. No need to beat around the bush. They must have told you. I was cast out. Chaos and I broke their rules and made quite a mess in our effort to go undetected.
They caught you?
We were reckless. At the time, most of the aspirations also liked glory. They didn't approve of me growing apart from her and from the heart. They had no suspicions about MK at all. Like someone who was interrupted in the middle of a very successful plan.
Mother.
I understand you were worried, but I told you I missed Reverie, had plans for it, and did not want to be pursued. My other feelings are none of your concern. For a while, I intended to return to Reverie to make amends, to ask them to forgive me. When I was cast out, I felt like I had lost everything, and that never quite faded away. But right now, Reverie needs to be saved. MK has tightened its hold on Reverie. I'm worried about Glory. And yes, I did want to be reunited with Chaos. That, I acknowledge, may sound silly to you, but it isn't to me. I'm not asking you to understand or even to respect it. You have questions, of course. And I expect you've received some information you hardly know how to handle. I will explain in greater detail, but I ask that you don't interrupt me for the time being. Shortly before I was made to leave Reverie, MK managed to locate an access point to Reverie. At the time, I had no clue how they had done it. Glory didn't see an issue. Quite the contrary, in fact. She had brought so much progress to humanity, she thought the two worlds merging was the natural next step. So, she began to help them. Glory acted as the most potent influencing tool you can imagine. She made people want more, always more. She predicted the future and swayed their dreams. I already hated MK. They were turning Atina into some kind of grotesque amusement park. It was all about expensive products, new technologies, influence, and appearances. They raise the cost of everything, while their employees struggle to survive on minimum wage. And now, They own half of Atina. They have direct control of entertainment and advertisements, so we are under their thumb. People give them money, labor, opportunity. All MK offers in return is an illusion. Monoconcern sells them a dream at an impossible price. That they can one day reach the life they aspire to, a life filled with leisure and success. A life where they will be wanted. A life with meaning and purpose. But in reality, this success is only to be enjoyed by a few. The rest of us are condemned to inadequacy. Condemned to work and push forward, only to realize we'll never be enough. Never reach the dream dangling like a carrot on a stick, because it does not exist. And now MK cannot be stopped. I know they corrupted Glory. And while Glory is in power, people cannot outgrow that dream. Aspirations send dreams to people. They inspire goals. People won't stop yearning for more while Glory reigns. And now, she is little more than MK's puppet.
The other aspirations are worried about Glory. They can't reach her at all.
They're right to worry. I don't know what MK's modified egregor is doing to her, but she's likely not in good shape. No matter what you'll do next, Polyhymnia, I must warn you, I aim to continue with my plan. I want Glory deposed, and I want MK out of Reverie.
I understand. I'd have been gutted to be cut out of Reverie. I mean, it's much more fun here, and Ursula loved us. But she didn't think about us. We starved without an oracle to bring us a Gregor. And no Gregor means we're half the aspirations we used to be, Sprout. It sucks, though. I feel sorry for her.
Do you think I have no self-awareness? I know I was selfish. But I felt like I had lost everything. I didn't think I'd refuse to let go of my ties to Reverie, but I did.
Be careful with her, Harmony. Your mother is a human playing God. She and Chaos threatened the very balance of Reverie. And now look at us. Uneven. Discordant. I forgive Chaos for imprisoning me. It is their nature. But to see how little our former Oracle has changed, it saddens me.
Truth is certainly hoping you don't turn out to be a copy of your mother.
You may think your mother is selfish, Harmony, but her intentions are noble. She wants the best for all of our futures. I don't think I've ever met an oracle so keen on helping Reverie and Brittle. Your mother wanted us all to work together for the greater good. But her long-term vision required short-term sacrifices.
Bond was always very dear to my heart. I am glad to hear even an echo of his voice again.
I know we were upset. But we do know you were trying to achieve an important goal. I've just felt all over the place ever since I discovered Reverie. Your disappearance, MK, the way Atina's changed. It's a lot to take in.
You're being honest with yourself. And with me. I'm glad. At least my time at MK HQ gave me an idea of what to do next. I'm not ready to share it yet. We'll discuss it tomorrow. After what you did, I'm certain MK knows we're onto them. Get ready, Polyhymnia. You probably won't need to keep your secrets much longer. We're going to need all the help we can muster. I'm sorry. I suppose the Orgrul told you how to give me the courage to be vulnerable. I could hold it against you. It's rather manipulative. But I've never really opened up to you, have I? I'm glad you're still trying to understand me, even though I don't deserve it. You've set foot on a cosmic path, but you've only just begun. And now you know you have an enemy to face to preserve Reverie and Brittle. How you accomplish this is up to you alone. I have my own ideas about how to proceed. I'd like us to work together. But again, that's up to you.